Liam!
Hello.
I have come to a conclusion. But first, I have to give backstory that you already know, but I'm going to say anyways. You made a little video called I Rate Games for the Sake of Content. Do you remember this?
Yes, I remember this.
Amazing. Great. That's great. Now, in this video, you mentioned a little someone. You met, I wonder who me! You mentioned me!
So if you're wondering, I'm feeling like Extreme Andy on a normal Tuesday. And
That was uncalled for, Judith.
Because of this, I fired back with my own video, I Rate Movies for the Sake of Content. Do you remember this?
Yep.
This is great. All right. Furthering the story, I uploaded a video. 10 reviews for 10 albums I listened to in 2021. You remember this?
I remember this.
Amazing. Great. Okay. And then you, without any kind of provoking whatsoever, you uploaded your own version. 10 reviews for 10 shows you watched in 2022. There's so many twos I'm mentioning. You did games. I did movies. I did music. You did shows. Neither of us have done books.
Oh my god!
I say we tackle books together.
Yes! Yes!
But the problem is, I am not good at booking.
Neither am I.
I think we need some help on this. Hello.
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 This is Lisey right here. Speak a little about yourself. Great. This is just gonna be Lisey is going to give a few summaries of a few books that she has chosen with her massive brain, and me and Liam are just going to, ask perfectly reasonable questions.
A fair warning, some of these books, they're not all books that I enjoyed. They're just books that I could
That's
think
more
of.
fun.
A book that I read in school. Well, I didn't really read it entirely because my teacher spark notes to half of it, but it's really fun. It's Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and Mary Shelley was super cool. She wrote Frankenstein as a part of a competition that her and her other writer buddies were like, hey, let's see who can write the scariest story. And then Mary Shelley showed all those boys that she could, because she's Mary Shelley and she can do whatever she wants.
Epic.
I mean, when you think about it, was Victor Frankenstein not the original gaslighter?
I mean, compared to Dr. Jekyll, he's a terrible scientist.
He didn't even finish his degree, and he probably robbed some graves because upon building his creation out of the various most good-looking body parts, he realizes, oh, this is terrifying. And so he hides in his house and abandons basically his kid until his best friend has to be like, hey, dude, what in the world? Not excusing the actions of the creature, but someone might, if they weren't taught morals and stuff, they might not take on the best actions. And the way that Frankenstein is written is really interesting because it's essentially three stories in one. Because this guy is writing a letter to his relative back home, and he's like a little rich boy in the Arctic. And then some dude shows up on his boat. This some dude is Victor Frankenstein, and he's like, hey, bro, let me tell you my story. And so then that starts the main story. And then it gets to a part in the main story where Victor's creature is telling his own story to Victor about how he made friends with a family.
So it's a recount of a recount of a recount.
Basically, because part of the story is just told in letters, and it's like, wow, that's pretty cool.
I would assume all stories are written in letters.
Well, you know what I mean. Dear sister, blah, blah, blah. That sort of situation.
I'd be very confused trying to read a book made in exclusively numbers.
I mean, it depends on the language. I mean, I don't know. Binary exists. Has anyone ever tried to write a story in binary?
I'm sure they have. So that is basically the brief plot of Frankenstein. And what you should come away from it is that Mary Shelley, absolute girl boss, and she's so cool.
So what you're telling me is Frankenstein disowned his kid because he had the wrong eye color.
Because he was made of the hottest body parts, and it was very Uncanny Valley Cats 2019, but worse.
How
Got
popular was grave robbing in the 1800s?
Pretty popular.
You know, don't be like Victor, kids. Be like Mary Shelley. Invent a new genre of fiction. Are we ready for the next book?
Yes.
I am.
Okay, this one is a little bit more academic. Personally, I am a fan of the Oxford version of this book. It is the Merriam-Webster Dictionary because Noah Webster was a unique little dude. Some of his suggestions survived, but some of them were like, "Hey, Noah Webster, buddy old pal, why did you want to spell soup SOOP? You know, just a
Soup.
thought." Merriam-Webster themselves have published articles on his rejected spellings. But like there's a bunch of random ones like Melville Dewey, the Dewey Decimal System guy. Would you like to guess how he wanted to spell vegetable?
I'm scared.
VEJETABL.
Disgusting.
Would you like to know how Theodore Roosevelt wanted the word kissed to be spelled?
Oh, is it KIST?
It is!
Oh my
Gosh
god.
darn it, Robin Williams. Can't say I expected this book.
You know, gotta throw some variety in here.
I think when we said all books were allowed, we should have made a rule against dictionary.
I'm gonna be testing the limits of these books.
Uh-huh.
So you will see. I feel as if we know what the dictionary is, so we don't necessarily need a plot summary. But are we ready for the next book?
I have no idea what the dictionary is. You kind of
It's
just like
a
mentioned
collection
spellings of
of
words, and that was it.
Yeah. It's spellings of words. There are online ones now. There's also definitions, you
It's
know.
also
There's a
quirky
lot.
Gen Z lingo.
Because language is ever evolving, and there was
I think Gen
probably-
Z language is de-evolving. Or sorry, it's evolving just backwards.
Yes. I'm scared for Generation Alpha lingo.
Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of generations after us and how they grow and change, something that Generation Alpha will have to endure is puberty. And I
Dude, some
don't
of them
know.
are hitting puberty right now.
Yeah, I know. And they might not want to use this next book.
Uh-oh.
It's called, I don't know if you both will be familiar with it.
Mm-hmm.
You might be. This next one is called The Care and Keeping of You. I think it's the Big Girls edition.
Perfect for us.
And
Yeah, perfect.
perfect for all of us big girls in here.
Especially Anderson, because he's secretly a woman.
All right.
I will not comment on this comment.
So are you all familiar with the American Girl Doll Company?
Yes.
Yeah, because my sister has like 5 of them.
So this is American Girl's puberty book. It's very rigidly gendered. It's what you expect, I suppose, in a puberty book written by a doll company. Hopefully, if they make a newer edition, it will be much more open because it's all like, you are going to like boys. It's like, hey, American Girl Doll Company.
Hopefully they don't
Not everybody.
write books like that again and just stick to making dolls.
It's definitely a unique read.
Look.
I'm going to very quickly run and grab this book, and perhaps I will find an interesting excerpt, and then we can see what.
Oh, you have it with you.
Look, this is the 2010s. Gay people didn't exist before that.
Oh, this is true.
The version I have, it's before they split it into the big girls version and the little girls version. But the
What's the
back
difference?
of the book. I don't know. In the back page of the book, there is a card for you to send in money for an American Girl magazine subscription.
Oh, of course.
The synopsis on the back of the book reads, this head-to-toe guide answers all your questions, from hair care to healthy eating, bad breath to bras, periods to pimples, and everything in between. With tips, how-tos, and facts from the expert, here's the book more than 1 million girls have turned to for straightforward advice. There's also a journal that accompanies it, but you have to buy the journal separately. They talk about like sunscreen, but there's also a very big section on pimples, and other things that should not be taboo to talk about, but I don't know how YouTube would feel about us talking about them.
American Girl magazine has discontinued.
They have?
Yes, January of 2019. Who reads magazines anymore?
Nobody. Well, except for like the 2 customers that come into my line at my work.
Those 2 people are keeping the magazine business alive.
So are you ready for the next book?
Yes.
Yes.
My AP Spanish review book, because it's technically a book.
All right.
It helps you prepare for the AP Spanish language and culture exam. It's got interesting questions and lots of reading material, like articles that you have to read and then write an argumentative essay about. Yay, College Board.
Did you have that class with
Yes, I did.
Oh my goodness. So sorry, Liam. You're not going to relate at all to this part.
Yeah.
She was an interesting character. When I wrote down my name on stuff, I kept forgetting to write my last name. And so one time she came up to me and was just like, "Are you Jesus?" No. So put your last name. You're not Jesus. Okay.
Our class was really small, so I think that because it was a small advanced class, I think that she possibly was kinder to our class than to other classes, but I understand everyone has had a very unique experience with her.
Interesting. Anyways.
Just like everyone has had a unique experience with Senor Chang.
Yes, from Community.
Exactly. Hey, someone got it. Let's go.
Anyways, book AP Spanish. This is the one by the Princeton Review, not Barron's, because there are 2 main AP study book companies, and it's definitely, I think, maybe we should just make language learning more holistic and less, hey, get a 5 on this exam or else. One of our free response questions was about, are uniforms bad or not? So that was very nice. But in the middle of my exam, the CD stopped working. But it's okay, because I had this book to guide me along the way. But I also didn't finish using the book. It just kind of is a paperweight now. So, yay, exams. Yay! For the last book, the fun things about this book are that I've never read this book because I have personal beef against this book. This book was recently turned into an Apple TV Plus original limited series.
Oh, I can watch it.
Miniseries. What?
I can watch it.
You could watch it?
I have Apple TV Plus.
That's so fun for you, except I'm not going to tell you the title.
What?
But you could probably figure out the title.
Can we have the title of the book, though?
Yeah.
The title of the book is the exact same as the miniseries. Sadly.
Is it the one with Chris Evans?
No, it's not the one with Chris Evans.
Dang it.
It was produced by J.J. Abrams.
Speed Racer?
No, that's not the book. This miniseries came out in 2021. I don't like the book because of the title and the name of the main character, and because yes, I have my reasons.
And now I'm getting frustrated. Now I don't know what the title is.
It's not Lost, is it?
It's not Lost.
Oh!
Oh?
I know it.
You know it.
Oh God. What is it?
Her name's in the title.
Oh my god, stop.
Is that all? That is that all the beef
I
you
just have-
with it?
No, I have personal beef with the book because it is in fact a horror novel. And given the title, it's like, oh, stop bringing that up, because my grandmother would print out articles related to this book and the development of the show and then would leave them out for me. It's like, not fun. I do not appreciate this. And I existed before this book existed. And it's like, hey, can't they just change the name of the book? It would still work the same, you know? Like, why does it have to be like this? I don't like it at all, and it makes me feel weird.
Yeah,
There should be like more fun books. And yeah, maybe they'll write a book about Anderson and Liam, and it'll be a nice story. Maybe they'll go to community college and they will end up hosting a morning TV show where they have a fun little theme song.
it's called budget filming. We could just get a budget together and then make a dumb film.
The end of the movie can be a paintball war. And maybe it'll be about a group of Anderson and Liam's buddies, and maybe they're in a study group for like a Spanish class or
I
something.
get Tion if that's the case.
What? Come on.
Anderson, do you know the TV program that I'm referencing?
Not really.
It's Community.
Yeah.
Because Liam had references it earlier, you know.
Yes. Okay. I have
All
not watched
that.
Community, but I have heard a lot about
Oh
it.
my god, watch it, you.
You haven't
fucking
seen
pleb.
Gravity Falls!
That's
You
fair.
haven't? I could have done The Journal as one of the books if I had
Oh
known
my
that.
God.
Anderson.
Oh
I
my
have that.
god. No.
Look at this. I have it.
Oh, so cool.
I can talk about it.
You can talk.
If only
about
I
it.
could read. Well,
All right.
thank you, Lisey, for sharing this knowledge of this literature.
And we can finally put this rivalry between me and Anderson to an end.
Exactly. Wait, I haven't even told you about the quote-unquote rivalry.
Oh yeah.
There was a rivalry?
There was a rivalry. That's why we did this whole video.
We're gonna stop now.
Hey yo, SpaghettiOs! I just wanted to mention real quick that this is actually half of the video. So we took the video, we chopped it in half, and if you want to go see that other half, you can go check it out on Liam's channel, where we discuss 5 different books.
I'll be right back. I am sorry, guys. Let me just mute myself.
worries.
Sorry.
At least she knows how to mute herself.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed, share it with a friend, family, or anyone else. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!
It's been a great time exploring these fantastic books. Oh,
Very.
except for the one that I have, of course. It is completed.